Hello, and welcome to Cadenza. Writing songs is good, clean fun, most of the time. There is a lot you can do with a song, like share your thoughts and emotions, tell stories, swear a lot, make political statements, speak of fantastic worlds and alternate realities, mention something completely stupid and make it okay, and so on. Most people who write songs want to create their own thing and like to feel like they have created something original. Aside from those who just feel as though their artistic vision is too advanced for any mere mortal to comprehend, many songwriters feel as though they can't be easily categorized or easily defined by or bound to specific genres, not so much because of hubris, but because they may not know how to label the thing they just created. To them, to us, it doesn't sound like anything they hear on the radio, so it must be unique. It's hard to classify. Either way, creating your own truly unique thing is really hard these days. Here's why. A ton of songs already exist. A company called Grace Note, which is owned by the Nielsen Company, churns over music data. And in 2011, they figured 79 million songs had been written over the last 150 years. And you know that more songs have been added to that list over the last 10 years. Say nothing about all the songs written by people who have yet to be recognized by the big data crunchers. And you know music existed well over that last 150 years, so using, let's say, 80 million songs as a guidepost of sorts, and knowing that is low, the number of existing songs is staggering. So on one side, nearly a billion songs floating around for everyone to enjoy. On the other side, you have your tricky brain attached to your fancy ears that are ever listening. Working in tandem, they can pick up songs and information and store it in your head in a way that you may never notice because you were busy actively paying attention to something else. That's why you may find yourself humming some song from out of the blue and you wonder how it got in your head. Your magical brain put it there for you to enjoy, or to annoy you, depending on the song. On top of that, many of us learn by doing. We learn from the people that came before us. We often start with the basics and advance to the limits of our interests or assets. Yes, we modify what we learn to suit personal style or perceived ability, but the foundational learning is generally where all people start, and those get ingrained in you. You emulate those whom you favor, either in style or in sound, and you make your own interpretation of what you experience. Nobody hears the world like you do. All to the point that the chance of anyone coming up with something truly original that is not derivative of any other music is probably slim. I don't say that as an evil life bubble buster. By all means, if you are on the pathway to something wondrously original, follow that path, and I wish you great success. My intention is to share the idea that emulating the things that we enjoy and personalizing them with our own vision and imagination is a wonderful pathway to self-expression, and you shouldn't let anyone tell you that there's no validity there. It's obvious that with nearly a billion songs, even if we rely on familiar chord patterns or rhythms and such, great songs will still be generated, and it's how we get genres in the first place. I'm not talking about stealing someone else's work or plagiarizing something and calling it your own. That's bad. Don't do it. That is not self-expression. And if you are doing it consciously, it's not cool. People have copied things unconsciously. And while still not cool, you will likely lose a fight on your song and it will be bad. It's dicey. Creators of today have often used content from the past for their inspiration and growth in both their personal development and the development of their skills. It shakes things up. It allows you to see and hear things in different ways, and then lets you apply what you learn to the work that you do, and that is where new sounds come from. Many artists have drifted back to the music they or their parents grew up with. Sometimes it's because it's the first music they were exposed to, and it creates fond memories. And sometimes it's because it's completely foreign to them and offers new ground for them to explore. Writers like Paul McCartney and Freddie Mercury, Leon Redbone, Tom Waits, and many more have written songs which emulate the old jazz and blues sounds of the Tin Pan Alley days. And even more have recorded songs from the time period devoted to what many call the Great American Songbook, comprised of music created in the early 20th century. Of course, anyone who is recording and releasing what we think of as classic Christmas songs is doing the same thing too. I wrote a song between April 2008 and April in 2009, which I fashioned to sound like it could have come from the 1920s. It was a good exercise. To me, it is structured in a way that might mirror songs from that era. I think that if it was recorded just right, it might fit right in. I didn't use any more of a guide than what I perceived those songs sounded like based on my familiarity with the music, which came from the records I had. The tune is not overly complex. The lyrics address the state of a relationship in flux, because one person can't share how they really feel with another person, and it has a bit of a playful twist on how one might better explain how they might have made a mistake with the hope of resolving what they now see as a terrible error in song. So let's give it a go. From 2009, well, finished in 2009, here's Telling Lies. When I said I didn't love you, I might have lied, because I thought you weren't the girl for me. I'm sorry for my careless words, for now I find in my dreams you're the only one I see. If you leave, my life here would be hollow. I find it hard to face another day. My foolishness, a bitter pill to swallow, and I will suffer if you go away. I don't want you to be angry at what I say. I do not say these words to be unkind, for if you say that you don't love me, I'll understand. But I hope that you'll be telling me a lie. I don't want you to be angry at what I say. I do not say these words to be unkind, for if you say that you don't love me, I'll understand. But I hope that you'll be telling me a lie. I hope that you'll be telling me a lie. I hope that you'll be telling me a lie. Until next time, play freely.